Welcome to today's Daily Walk in Wisdom. Song of Songs, chapter 2, verse 15. Take us, the little foxes, that spoil the vines, for our vines are tender grapes. I was once told of a person who had a dream where they were in a line of people that was winding itself towards the gates of heaven. And as each person came to the entrance, they were asked one question. Did you learn how to love? People marry because they've fallen in love. But marriage is actually where we learn how to love. And if we don't learn the how-tos of love, no matter how much we are in love, love will simply not be able to endure. So we need to learn the how-tos so that love can endure. In marriage, it's often the little things that threaten to bring everyone undone. Love is the big thing. It's the greatest thing. When we are immersed in God's great ocean of love, all our questions and issues and troubles find their rightful place. It's not that our problems do not deserve attention, but their priority and immediacy are resolved because we now approach them in the light of God's love. When our perspectives do not originate in love, then the little things scream for attention. Molehills turn into mountains and dwarves morph into giants, and what is small in comparison to the grandeur of God's love looms like a colossus threatening to overshadow us. This is why, in the literature of wisdom, love reigns above all, so that we can know whatever we're going through, God's love is greater. Whenever giants mock you, God's love substantiates you. And wherever the world is threatened, love overcomes. Love is the big thing, and it's for the big things in life, for marriage and for church and for family and society. Wherever and whenever anything good happens, you can be sure that God's love is behind it. Now, when a young couple fall in love, they know that their love is invincible because that is the nature of love. But there is another side to love, a delicate, tender side. Love may be stronger than steel, but it is also fragile. It is this tender fragility that the king is concerned with as he draws the Shulamite's attention to the little foxes. He says, catch them, or they will spoil the vine. And what the young couple doesn't realize when they're enjoying the heady experience of first love is that love so strong forgives and forbears with all manner of weaknesses and failure, but that doesn't mean that love excuses the weaknesses and the failure. So we might be able to forbear with one another's weaknesses. We may be able to forgive when things go wrong. Nevertheless, that does not excuse those weaknesses and failures. And it certainly doesn't eradicate or evaporate our weaknesses. So, whenever we have genuine repentant conversion, much that constitutes our base nature is subsumed under the love of God and never reappears again. But nevertheless, there are inevitable elements that fly under the radar. Habits and culture and history and family dynamics and beliefs and patterns that contain the potential to ruin your relationship. The little foxes they are that will spoil your vineyard. There are no little sins. It didn't appear that eating fruit from the tree of knowledge was a very big sin, yet it ruined everything. And so when Jesus wants us to catch the little foxes, we may not think something is a big deal. Yet if the Holy Spirit is highlighting it, we must deal with it. You might have overcome a Goliath, but Goliath wasn't David's greatest weakness. It's the little things. And so be vigilant. Foxes are sly. Be alert, because foxes come out at night. They come out when you're not awake, when they think they can do all their damage under the cover of darkness. Think of the things that you do, when you think that nobody is watching. They are the little foxes. They will rob you of your integrity. They will ultimately rob you of your passion, for God. So get a hold of them now. Ask the Holy Spirit to bring the little foxes to your attention and take a hold of them. Your love relationship with Jesus is at stake. In your marriage, your love relationship with your spouse is at stake. In your family, your love relationship, brother to sister and brother to brother and sister to sister and children to mother and parents to children. It's the little things that will rob you. Take hold of them and get control over the small areas of habit and attitude while they're still controllable. And we'll speak again soon about more of the wisdom of love next time we get together.